Hey, hey. So I thought I would, you might have seen a few little TikToks going around saying that I'm trying to do a PhD in 90 minutes a day. And I know that there's going to be people thinking, God, you've got some nerve. So I thought I would kind of hook in with those little TikToks and explain a little bit about why I think it's possible, why I think it's needed, why I think sharing this with you is needed, and go from there. So, excuse the clicking, I am not an IT expert. So, the context is this isn't my first rodeo. I did a PhD about 5 years ago. I finished about 5 years ago at the university, at Canterbury Christchurch University. And I made a lot of mistakes. One of them was working for part-time jobs and not having a strategy while I was doing it. So a lot of this is about rectifying mistakes I made last time. I've worked as a study skills tutor for 8 years, and it's also interesting to see that if a lot of the things that I recommend to my students are things that actually work for me. Am I, in fact, talking out of my hat when I'm talking to my students? It is largely an experiment. But I've got this, this isn't my idea. A guy called Nigel Bottrell, who I have a lot of respect for, has built more than a dozen multi-million pound businesses on 90 minutes a day. That's not to say that doing a PhD is like running a business, but there are similarities. And for context, uh, research released this year in April suggests that if you worked in an office, in truth, you're only productive for 2 hours and 35 minutes a day, which is not that much more than 90 minutes a day. If you think about it, it's only another hour and a few minutes. So, what do I mean by 90 minutes a day working on my PhD? That doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about my PhD when I'm doing other things. It just means that for 90 minutes a day, I will be attempting to carry out a well planned strategy strategized at a yearly, monthly, and weekly and daily level, executed ruthlessly. It doesn't always work, as we will see from the TikToks that I've already had put up, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for. What you're going to get from these videos from me, you're going to get honesty and reflection. I've already said this week didn't go to plan. You're going to get hints as to what my strategies are, lots of practical tips and hints, as well as what not to do. I've made loads of mistakes. I made mistakes first time around. I'll make mistakes this time round. So you might as well learn from them. And occasionally I'll be asking you guys to, well, probably more than occasionally, give me some ideas and some help, not least because this PhD is very much linked to my business. And off the back of this, I'm hoping to launch a new academic product called Accounter Buddy. More on that soon. What you're not going to get, as you can very much see, is slick editing, intro music, background music. I don't do that stuff. I'm not an editor. I'm an academic. And I'm not going to give trolls the time of day. By all means, interact with me, tell me things, but make them constructive, eh? And that's it from me for today. So, yeah, let's start hearing that feedback.